What if I told you that the Las Vegas Raiders could surprise everyone and, instead of looking for a running back in the draft, they're already eyeing a big name coming straight from Buffalo? Well, his name is James Cook, a Bills standout who is now involved in hot trade rumors. The problem? Buffalo is having a hard time re-signing him. And when there's smoke, my friend, you can bet there's fire. Should the Raiders give up a draft pick to bring the explosive Cook to the desert? Or is it better to trust in youth and look for a talented RB in the draft with pick 37 or 68? Backhand index pointing right, he has an average of 4.9 yards per carry in his career, scored 16 touchdowns in 2024 and is still young at just 25 years old. The Las Vegas Raiders are making big moves this offseason, and after securing stability at quarterback with Geno Smith, now the focus turns to the backfield. The need to strengthen the running game is urgent, and with Josh Jacobs' departure, the gap in the sector has become clear. The franchise should invest in the position during the 2025 NFL Draft, and could even use its 6th overall pick to do so. But what if a veteran option, ready and with recent high performance, were available on the market? According to increasingly strong rumors coming from Buffalo, the Bills could let go of James Cook, a running back who was an absolute standout last season. The reason? Difficulties in negotiating a new contract. If the player does indeed become a bargaining chip, the Raiders could enter this race firmly, looking for a name that will make an immediate impact for the offense led by Pete Carroll. Cook is at his physical and technical peak, a career average of 4.9 yards per carry, 16 rushing touchdowns last season, and still contributes well in the passing game. At 25 years old, he would be an explosive addition to the roster and would change the level of the Raiders' offense. But like everything in the NFL, there is a price. In addition to higher values than a rookie, Cook may demand a new, more substantial contract. Is it worth the investment? The question hanging in the air is clear. Is it better to bet on a ready veteran like Cook or spend a high draft pick on a promising talent like Ashton Jeanty, Boise State, or Trey Benson, Florida State? Both youngsters appear as possible targets for the number 6 pick or even in the following rounds, especially if the Raiders opt to strengthen the offensive line or secondary first. Even with the arrival of Raheem Mostert, fans know that he will not be the sole responsible for carrying the team's running game. At 32 years old and with a history of injuries, Mostert is more of a complement than a definitive solution. Cook, on the other hand, still has gas in the tank and can be that bell cow back that the team needs so much. The question is strategic. Are the Raiders ready to compete now, or would they rather sow and reap in 2 or 3 years? If the plan is to compete strongly in 2025, bringing in James Cook makes perfect sense. But if the idea is to develop a new young core, perhaps the draft is the best way to go. Magnifying glass tilted left. Stay tuned, Raider Nation. John Spytek and Pete Carroll have a few tricks up their sleeves. Will there be a bombshell in the coming days?